Alright, today I'm going to be going over how to do this spinning background effect, which I've seen in a couple music videos and I really liked it, but I didn't know how to do it. And I didn't really find any tutorials on YouTube, mostly because I didn't know what it was called, but it looks like this in real time.
Hop in the back of the spaceship, sipping a flight.
So we're going for this part, this effect. So what you can see here is the subject is kind of in focus. This is kind of a bad selection. But then, yeah, the background spinning, it zooms in and then goes back to another clip. But I'm just going to be going over this effect. So first thing we're going to do is select our clip, get which part we want. I'm going to go right here, um, set that in, and it's just going to be like right there. And then we're going to drag it in. So it's legit just like this. I'm gonna turn off the audio, but if you're syncing it to music, then you should keep the audio on. And first thing we have to do is select the subject out with the roto brush. So double click on your clip here in After Effects and roto brush. The green means you're adding, and then holding Alt will subtract your selection. And all of these things I kind of learned a couple days ago because I didn't really know how to do any of this. So like roto brushing, for instance. So we're just gonna select only our subject, and then I should be able to zoom in holding Alt, and then adding more, zooming back out. I can go to here and press Fit, and then we're gonna press Space, and then that should go through the selection. And if yours is longer or it actually has errors, you can stop it while it's collecting data and like making the selection and reform it, but this actually looks kind of good. So I'm gonna keep it going. So now that we have the roto brush selected, right here we go back to the comp and you can see it's he's selected. Now we can also see that it's like kind of a jagged around him. So I'm gonna feather it. Yeah, I'm gonna feather it like that. That's kind of a mid selection too. But I mean, it's only for a couple of frames. It's literally for what, 26 frames, so a little bit more than a second. No, not even a second if it's 30 frames. Anyways, we're gonna go back to our project, and this was our original clip, yeah. And we're gonna put this back under. We're gonna also turn off the sound. So right here is the background layer, technically, and then on top of this, this is the roto brush. See, it has a selection when I double click on it. So now on this bottom layer, which is just showing the background, we can add the reptile effect and stylize, and basically press P, and then the position on our background is going to move. So it's going to start out like all the way to the right. And then this is where like the creative freedom actually comes in, where you can just kind of do it however you want. But it's going to come in through here. I should just honestly move it like this, honestly. And it's going to go through there, but you can see this is black, so that's how it looks so far. But we're going to fix it by adding the reptile. So if you did how I did and you moved it to the left, then you want to expand the reptile effect to the right. So now, okay, we also have to expand it to the left too. Just expand it a bunch, and now once it renders, it'll be cycling like this. Pretty cool. We're also going to add a motion blur on the bottom layer. We're going to easy ease pressing F9, selecting those keyframes. And there's the effect. Simple as that. Really simple. It's just adding a reptile and then keyframing your background to moving. And honestly, this is really creative. Like you can just do whatever you want with this. Like in the original one that I showed, I actually um, I spun it, and then you can see it stops right here for a brief frame and then goes back the other way. So it spins to the left and then goes back to the right. That's pretty easy to do. But essentially that's the effect. It's just using reptile and rotobrushing your subject out. Pretty easy. That's pretty much the tutorial though.